Hey, what's up guys, this is Johan, and on this video we'll be doing an update of the Chaeto reactor and the Algae Scrubber and the amount of effect it has on my reef tank right now. Alright guys, before we get started, I'd like to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays to you and yours. And also, if you guys stay till the end of this video, I'll give you guys a sneak peek of my 20-gallon nano for the 2018 Rico's Reef Tank Nano Challenge. Alright guys, so let's go over the tank and see what has changed. So the first few things that has changed, I had a dip in the amount of nitrates that I've had in the actual tank. The algae is still there in some places, but not as bad as it was before. So in certain places I am letting it grow, like right where behind my Clarky Clown you can see some long strings. That's just on a separate rock. That was a rock that was up front and I moved it to the back. And let that grow out, and it's doing its version of removing any nutrients that's in the aquarium. But as far as the rock goes, all the rock are just about clean. I still do have a few spots here and there, for example on this rock and the rock behind. You can see some patches of the algae. It's not as bad and long as it was, and that is due to in part with my Algae Scrubber and my Chaeto reactors. They were able to lower nitrates and phosphates to a point of 20 parts per million on nitrates and about 0.03 on the phosphates, and that's able to keep it at that and maintain it for about 2 or 3 weeks or so, and then I need to do a water change. Also with the water changes, what I do, I go ahead and scrub all the rocks and get as much out of the algae floating in the water column. Then I vacuum them up with my my siphon to get them out of the tank so it doesn't reappear anywhere else. And I also started vacuuming my sand bed, which I haven't been doing for almost 3 months because I did have a lot of life in there and I kind of did not want to disturb the sand bed. I was also planning on getting a diamondback goby, and I thought that maybe it would take care of the sand bed whenever I get it, so the sand bed will be full of life whenever it's ready. But I decided to go ahead and do a little bit of vacuuming. But for the most part, the Chaeto reactor seems and the Algae Scrubber seems to reduce most of the nitrates. So in some places where I haven't touched the rock as yet, you can see if my angel fish will move. And he was picking at the rocks too, so the fish have been going at the rock where it's low. Like I was saying before, they don't like the long hair algae. The short stuff, they will get that. So on this rock right here, you can see this, I think it's a stylophore or bird's nest coral. You can see there's some short stubble, and that used to be really long, and I haven't touched that rock and it just kind of died back a little bit, and the fish have been keeping it in check. Alright, so let's go down to the basement now and see what has changed. Alright guys, so let's see what we got. So in this chamber, we have some growing over the action protector. Oh, I think I snapped something. So wow. Yeah, it's a little bit higher. I think it got compressed, so it was about this much growth in about 3.5 weeks or so. I think I broke this part, but that's cool. And then this is the one that has the Growlight on it. And then this one just has the regular white, and this thing is compact. Yeah, this just has the regular white LED. So it was about this much growth, so it is doing something. Yeah, so I put in maybe this much of algae, just this much, and all this is just growth. And it's the same thing for the other one as well. So I'm gonna be taking out some of this and then just resetting it. Alright, so let's look at the amount of growth that we've gotten. So we have two sections here, this section and this section. This one is more thick and matted with some hair algae in there. This is from the 50/50, the red and blue lights. Then this one is from the other reactor with just the white lights on there. So it was about this much more, and I took a piece off and I put it into the reactor, and it was same as this. So I started with about this much algae in both of them, and in 3.5 weeks I had this much growth. I think I grew a lot more in the hydroponics colors, the red and blue colors. It grew a lot faster because I had the other one running about 2 weeks prior. So it grows just not as well as the 50/50 colors, the hydroponics colors. But yeah, so at least, you know, I know it's working, and I know I have at least, you know, it's keeping my nitrates at about 20. So if I let this run for a month or so, I expect to have a lot more than just this. So I'll be saving this for my for surprise. So this is for my 20-gallon nano. All right, so this is my nano reactor for my 20-gallon nano. I'm going to be loading it up with some Chaeto from the main Chaeto reactor, just a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. So, some down here, and then a little bit more, some here, and this actually is movable, so as the reactor grows and compresses on itself, it's going to push this up slowly until it gets all the way up. So move this about here, give some space. The reactor is good to go, and because of the rules of the nano tank, where we can't have it in a sump or anything, I have this one just hang on back. It's also wrapped in some fire resistant, I can't remember what you call this paper, it's some kind of fire resistant paper, and I just wrapped it around with some aluminum foil behind it to reflect the heat all the way up to the back. The LEDs don't get really get hot, they kind of get warm to the touch a bit, but since this is covered, it's going to be, it needs the aluminum foil to at least have some airflow, and I left some space on each side so air actually travels from the bottom up. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to be looking at is the Algae Scrubber. So let's take that apart. I'm not going to do a full clean on it. I may not even clean it at all. I'm just going to leave this one run. So I just want to take it out and
update you guys on the growth that I'm getting from this DIY Chaeto, Algae Scrubber. Alright guys, so this is what we got so far. I'm just starting to see some hair algae here and there, but mostly everything is turf algae, and this weighs just under a pound, I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure, but there's all kind of... You guys can see the little amphipods running around on the scrubber. There's some running around here and there, but and this is maybe some parts, you know, half an inch on each side, and then lower down it's like, and this isn't hair algae where you push your hand into it. This is kicked on algae. So it's like kicked on this. So if I scrape this off, this is gonna come off like a piece of brownie, or even like just how thick it is. It feels like the texture of a brownie. So I'm not gonna do any harvesting this week. I may do harvesting on this in like 2 weeks, and then update you guys then, so you guys could see them up. But this already is a ton of growth, and I run my algae scrubber 24/7. I used to run it 18 hours, but I have since stopped that because of the algae problem, the hair algae problem in my reef tank. So this has definitely helped run it 24 hours plus the 2 Chaeto reactors. Alright guys, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and here is the nano tank.